Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, coming to you early, coming to you often. We are live from Vancouver, British Columbia. That's Burnaby,
It's
Canada,
not, it's not, we're not in Burnaby.
home of the Burnaby Hook, where Joey D solidified the Burnaby hook shot just years ago. Joseph, Mikey V, how are we? Live from Burnaby.
Silas Burnaby.
That's right.
Silas. We're not
That's
in Burnaby. You guys are staying in downtown Vancouver.
Silas
this
Burnaby.
Burnaby Vancouver,
You
man.
know,
Burnaby.
you know who Silas Barnaby was, right, Joseph?
No, I don't.
Me
I don't know
neither.
what that is.
Silas Barnaby was the bad guy from March of the Wooden Soldiers who tried to let the boogeyman invade the Toyland. Silas Barnaby, but I'm calling it Silas Burnaby. Vancouver's beautiful, by the way.
Great place. Great
Well,
place.
you haven't seen it that much, Mikey. You were only here for like an afternoon.
I got to be honest. If I didn't leave this hotel, I could just enjoy myself here, and I would say Vancouver's beautiful. It would bat 1,000 if we just went off based off the hotel experience.
Mikey,
alone.
Wow.
how do you like the hotel?
Hotel's a great hotel.
I'll
Bob.
tell you,
Thanks
you
for
know.
asking.
Shut up, Bob. Man. This fucking guy, man.
Yeah, Joey D.
To give
Joey-
context, yesterday I was asking Mikey about the hotel on multiple occasions. And I think he got the idea that I was asking because I wanted affirmation that I had got them in a good spot, which is in fact not the reason why I asked. The reason I asked is because I'm actually set to go there for 2 nights, not tonight, but tomorrow, the night of my wedding, and then the following night. And what Mikey didn't realize is I've actually never stepped foot inside of that hotel. So I am asking as an excited person who's about to enjoy a couple nights stay there before I go off to my honeymoon. And I think what really got it going for me is I saw 2 things. Mikey put up a story of the gym, which looked tremendous.
Oh, I can't. That's the next place I'm going right after this.
And
Boom.
then he put up a story of a great looking dish from the restaurant inside at Honey Salt, which also got me going. So I'm excited. There's lots to look forward to. There's lots to be excited about. We got a tremendous night ahead of us tonight with a huge feast that will, so I'm just excited. I'm excited. There's a lot going on. I think a lot going up leading into the wedding. You're doing different things and running errands, but like seeing everybody last night come together and be in my hometown and be there, that's when it comes real. And that's when they start really like getting amped up and ready for, the whole experience.
To me, the wedding started when we were at the church yesterday getting ready to do the walkthrough. When Cutsy turned to everybody and quieted everybody down and said, "Father would like to say a few words." That to me is when that's when this wedding started. I looked over at Mikey. I said, "All right, here we go. Game on."
Well, he's kind of a soft-spoken guy, Bob. So like I wanted to make sure.
I thought it was great. I'm not making fun of you. I thought it was really, really nice. I thought it set the tone.
I think Father, when it comes to game time, maybe he's one of those kind of guys. He's like, practice, he's one way, but come game time, he's a totally different way. Like he puts on, his game face goes on day of ceremony.
Father had a lot coming his way yesterday.
He had a lot of curveballs.
He was stressed out. Yeah, he had a lot. I agree. I think come game day, he'll be ready to rock and roll. But there was a lot of Father didn't know that Cutsy wrote his own vows.
That was one of the. So let me paint this picture. Joseph and his beautiful wife are standing up on the altar. The father has gone through the run of show basically for the entire mass, and we come down to the part where he comes up and he's like, "And now, Joseph, you will say your vows with Nicole." And Joe's like, Father, we actually wrote our own vows. The father's face he had no idea. It was like he got hit with like a total like a 12-6 curveball and just totally wiped him off the plate. He had no idea how to respond to that.
Yeah, he kind of got pissed at Joe because Joe didn't tell him that he wrote his own vows.
That's exactly right. That's exactly.
I didn't know that. I'm on the side just dying laughing at the whole thing.
I had them memorized. He almost asked me to recite them, and then Nicole was like, "Don't say them until the actual."
By the way, that's the right play by Nicole. Holly and I both discussed that. You can't, Joe. You can't if you.
I was about to go into it.
That's insane, though, because that's a special one-time only deal. Nobody wants to hear that now because that's like day of. It's kind of like Like that would be you saying your vows in that practice run would have been like Nicole wearing her wedding dress to the rehearsal. You just can't do that. It's a special day of kind of a thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought there's nothing wrong with him memorizing the best, but
no,
you're right.
None at all. None at all.
If he went into the vows the night,
I almost did. Nicole like stopped me.
Yeah, she stopped him. She literally almost grabbed him by the throat and was like, "Don't do it," which was great.
It's because he said to me, he's like, "Do you know them?" I'm like, "Yeah, I memorized them." And then he was like, "Okay, can you recite them?" And I was like, "This guy's calling me on this." Like, and I didn't want to make it seem like I didn't know them. So I was ready just to start going all in.
Yeah, you were ready to rock.
So I walk right behind Cutsy. So Cutsy comes in, I'm right there after him. So when I went out standing next to Cutsy, and Cutsy turns to me when Perez starts walking down the aisle, and he's like, "Oh," he's like, "This guy takes one step into this church, he's gonna blow up in the flame."
I said to Bobby, "You might simultaneously combust this guy into a ball of fire."
I'll tell you
Spontaneously, but yes, that's right.
I'll tell you, Michael, I haven't been to a whole lot of churches in my day. That was the most fun I've ever had at a church in my lifetime. I was having, and me and Mikey were sending pictures back to each other.
Oh my God!
No, I got a great one. I got one, a ticket right next to Father. That is just yeah. It's just
Bob, for the day of the wedding, you can't be taking photos. I don't
even recall that happening. So I don't know what Bob's talking about.
Mikey was probably snapping photos from that back.
Oh, he was hitting me every which way. It's gonna be. Let me tell you, I feel bad almost for I know the followers kind of enjoy the hype up. I get tweeted, to all the time with the wedding. I wish we're recording obviously before the wedding. I wish we had like the recap.
The recap episode will come the following week. We will have the recap. It's not like you're not going to get a wedding episode. You will.
Yeah. And I will be locked in, but I'm not going to let them down to where there is going to be content. I am going to have content going.
Bob, no one's worried that you weren't going to have content. I don't think a single person on the face of this earth was concerned that you might not get content on that night.
Yes, Bob's recording stance, his like secret squirrel recording stance is so funny. It's like
yeah,
like he tucks the phone like underneath his breast. He like tucks the phone under the
it's
breast.
Almost like he's getting ready to stiff arm.
Yes, and he moves his shoulder. He cocks his shoulder back like he's gonna hit you with like a right cross, but he's not. He's just tucking the phone under the tit. And he's just got it there. It's a fascinating thing to watch. It really is. It really is.
Oh man, it's gonna be a good week. Ladies and gentlemen, just an interruption to let you know that the Brilliantly Dumb Show is brought to you by the fine folks over at BetterHelp. Whatever you're going through, I know we are all going through stuff, the highs, the lows. Make sure if you're thinking of giving therapy a go, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Never skip therapy day with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/BDS today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/BDS. Regardless of what you're going through, make sure you do it the right way by using the fine folks over at BetterHelp. I went right before this. They went to check this going on ESPN Plus, and they asked if I could do any different background for what I'm going to have. They saw the background, and
you gonna go blur?
You go blur.
Go blur.
Think so?
Yeah, the blur is a play.
Got a blur
on ESPN.
It's a plus.
Blur.
It's ESPN Plus. It's not on the main cable.
Wow.
That is true. Well, I mean, look, he's
wow. I'm not talking shit. It's awesome, but it's not like you're gonna be on, not like you're gonna be on Sally's living room TV.
Mikey. I mean, Mikey, do you believe that?
The blur is the blur is acceptable on ESPN Plus, If it was on ESPN, I'd say maybe not.
If Mikey was going on ESPN Plus, he would have like
my God.
He would have like the Adam.
I'd have something real special cooked
the
up,
bookcase background.
Yeah,
the Schefter style.
Yeah. He would have.
I could do that easily now. I just have to remove some of the major branding I have in the cave behind the bar. That's the issue.
Bob,
the bar's a great backdrop.
You got to walk me through what's going on now with this Ayuk debacle now, because I seen the messages back and forth about him going to Pittsburgh and Mikey's the first man on the thing, and Bob has been watching it very closely.
Well, no, it's because
it's you can't even really like all of them, Schefter, Rappaport, they all said that a deal was in place with Pittsburgh a couple days ago. Like it's not like that's like something that's made up. Like all of them said that.
No, but Mikey, like a week ago.
A week ago.
Mikey tweeted, he's like, "Ayuk headed to the Steelers."
No.
Wait. It was something along the lines of Ayuk heading to the Steelers. News should be released to the public. And it's like, yo,
that is a pretzel job.
I'm like, who does this guy think he is? And he doesn't
my
know that. But I'm like, he doesn't know if he's got to be just following the other. But the way he said it, it's like, it's a done deal. News should be released to the public soon.
Here's what I said. Do you want the actual tweet?
Do you have the tweet?
I sure do.
All right. Okay.
Brandon Ayuk to the Steelers is all but done. Should be dropping soon.
All right.
Well, I thought there was something. There's another one though that said something about public. I do believe.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't say that.
But then he trolled the people who do the
yeah.
Penix to Metcalf.
That's right.
He then trolled those people as if you guys are so wrong. He's like Penix to Metcalf, bro, trolling them. And then as it turns out, that report, nobody knows if he's going to the Steelers.
But that's the insane thing about this whole Ayuk thing is like these guys, like a couple days ago, like the biggest guys in the industry, Rappaport, Schefter, these guys, they all said the deal is in place. Like it's signed off by Pittsburgh. San Francisco has agreed to most of it in principle, but there's like one thing that's just holding it up and now I don't know what's going to happen with Brandon Ayuk. I honestly don't know. I thought it was a lock to the Steelers. I did, and I'll stand by it. And if I'm wrong again, I'm wrong. It is what it is.
If you're wrong, you might have to take a little hiatus between me and
I'm never going to take a hiatus, dog. I'll never take a hiatus. I didn't get to where I am now taking hiatuses. I'll keep firing. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
You came at me last week after I said about money was hard to come by, saying I didn't get to where I am today. Makes it sound like you're the first man in the reporting world for the NFL.
No. I just mean like
I didn't get to where I am today.
That's right. Like I didn't get to where I am with like a football following by like not taking risks. That's what I'm trying to say. You got to take risks. You got to put yourself out there.
Mikey, would you say that you're a bit of a Twitter troll?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would, because I definitely 100%. Would say that you are
100%. 100%.
Okay.
And for the people that can't differentiate, I apologize, but the people that can find it entertaining. So that's why I'm going to keep doing it. I have a lot of fun doing it. By the way, Twitter is fantastic. Twitter is so good. And Bob, I think Bob said it a couple of weeks ago how good Twitter actually is. It's so good. It's just excellent. It's a
little overrated.
Oh man!
D-man.
I don't think so at all.
I thought you liked
you got it. You know what I don't like? They don't notify you well of things that are happening. Like people are coming and taking shots at me after I put is it a Twitter or tweet, whatever.
Yeah.
I put something
after
out.
After you put an X up.
Yeah, people are coming at people are coming at me and I don't even have the notification show up. It's so inferior to Instagram.
But that's all set up in your Twitter though. You could set up like let's say there's accounts that you really like and you want to follow and you want to be kept up to date. You could set alerts that every tweet they send out, you get a notification on it. You could set up your notifications like personalized, kind of just like with Instagram that way. You just got to dig into the settings a little bit and you'll be set.
Yeah,
This is me just trying to help you. That's all.
I would like you to
I'm
have
still
those.
not completely on par with it. Like, I don't know the ins and outs of it too much still.
I would like Joe to have those notifications on too, because I do love,
Oh, when he claps back is great.
Yeah, I used to be very like scared of Joe having a Twitter because like I just didn't know like there were some of the responses, and then like and not by any means comparing you to Jersey Jerry Joe, but like a lot of times when no Joe, that's not what I'm doing. When Jersey Jerry was on the show and Jerry would go and like tweet crazy shit, people would come to me and be like, Bob, like how are you gonna let this happen? Like, are you gonna like as if I had any control over it? And I thought the same thing would be for Joe, like, Bob, are you gonna control this guy? Like, look at Joe, he's going nuts on Twitter. I've learned to actually Joe's clapbacks on Twitter. Joe's Twitter is my favorite thing in the world.
Joe's clapbacks are like they're insulting to a degree, but they're not offensive. Like they're insulting.
No,
There's a big
I'm
difference
not coming for blood.
There's a big difference between insulting and offensive. Joe's stuff is never like he's going to tweet something that's like going to get him canceled. Like it's just like
I wouldn't.
It's just like like he's going to tell you if he doesn't agree with you, he's going to tell you to kick rocks. Like that's a top 3 Joey D clapback. It's like you're going to go ahead and kick rocks. Like it's just hysterical to look at. It's just so funny.
I like what I like doing is I like clicking the person's profile. And then I see something like there was a guy on YouTube on the Brilliantly Dumb show the last time just coming for blood. And his profile picture is a koala. So I responded, we got an angry koala on our hands, folks. Look out. Like shit like that.
Classic Joey Day.
And it's just like, it's just like, what the hell are you doing coming at me? You got a picture of a koala. Like things like that I'll do. I find those fun. Or like somebody who has a picture of them, like it's a hardo face profile picture. Things like that I find are funny.
There is nothing worse. And I said this the other day, than someone on Instagram that maybe their comment to you on a post or something isn't even necessarily like an insult or a clapback or anything like that. It's just something that inherently looks to spark a conversation or a reply from you.
Yeah.
And then when you go to talk back to them, even if you're not going to clap back, but you want to clarify something or voice an opinion, you get the notification after you type your long thing. So-and-so does not allow mentions. It is the most cowardly.
Oh, I don't even know you could do that.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, all the time. And that's I'm just like, terrible. I'm like, listen, if you're not going to allow yourself to get mentioned, you really like, that is like just such a bad look.
That's like there's a fight going on and the guy who jumps in and kicks someone in the ribs and runs away.
No, you know what that's like? That's like me, you or Bob setting a preference that on every post we do, we disable the comments on it.
Oh,
yeah. That's what that's like. That's what that's like, really. And that is cowardly. It's cowardly.
That is, yeah. The other thing is when people turn off the likes so you can't see how many likes they have.
I mean, I've done that multiple times.
You do that?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
I don't know. Sometimes I just do it. I don't know why.
Is it because you don't want people to see how many people are liking your post?
I think I had it on like permanently one time. I meant to just, I don't know. I don't have really an explanation for it because it's very sporadic. Like some stuff I don't and some stuff I do. I don't know.
Mikey, you're a wild boy, man. You're wild. But the other thing is I will say these Twitter, I feel like it's Twitter trolls more, but like you have people on Instagram come and take a shot at you in your DM. And I almost think it's like they don't expect that you're going to respond. And like 6 or 7 times out of 10, when you do respond, like their response back is like, oh, I didn't think you would even see this.
They're looking for it. They're looking for it. That's why like you always got like that's the old saying, like,
which is why I've learned not to
kindness,
not to let those kind of things get to me. Cause at first, those kind of things, there'd be comments that would agitate me. They'd like set me off. And now it's more like kind of like a game. It's kind of like a back and forth. Bob has been the best at that all. This guy, he gets roasted more than anyone. And then he'll just once in a while just slide in and he'll like actually re-roast himself. And it'll make the person feel so bad that they actually feel sorry for him and then retract the roast.
Yeah, it's self-deprecating. It's
right. Every time somebody does that, I've experienced anyway. Like if you just be like, "Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it," and thanks for listening. They're like, dude, I love you, man. Like, I love like it's literally just like a kill him with kindness kind of a thing. And half the shit, people are, at least I've found, like, aren't disrespectful to the level of like going after, like, there's a very fine line. Like, you don't go after someone's family members, wives, kids. Like, you don't, that's like the only line I'll draw. If you want to say something about me, you could just fucking go. Just let it rip. But like, you can't cross that line.
Yeah, that's the time where I'll go to block. If anybody goes like down that line, then it's like, all right, you're just scum of the earth. But yes, anything. But at the same time, I've always been a big believer too. It's like, I just think you're never gonna win with that stuff. Like, I just you're never gonna win. And then they get the satisfaction of then you coming back to them. But also too, like, I remember the first time Frankie Borelli got my video up on Barstool, which I thought, like, that was my big break. I thought it was like, boom, like I had done it. He's like, just so you know, you're going to be on Barstool. It's like years ago. And Barstool Twitter, especially the Barstool audience is a very hostile audience.
Oh yeah.
But the Twitter even more so. So they posted my video, and I remember I was so excited. I like told my family, like, they're posting me or whatever. Oh my God, I got destroyed.
What was the video?
Yeah. It was when I was on my porch and I could see Miami Marlins Stadium, and they had the blimpy thing for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
But
it was making the siren noise.
The roof was closed. So the blimpy was like trying to tell them to open the roof. It was this retractable roof.
So I've never seen that. I've never seen it.
It's a good video.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So I'm like commenting about it from my roof, and like, this kid sounds terrible, the whole thing. And so it was a big taste of it, for sure. But I've been seeing more and more that really grinds my gears is the motivational type people that try and do the I just had to get this off my chest. That you're like,
let it fly, Bobby. Like, let it fly.
You're 23 years old and you
sometimes
got it
younger.
all. Yeah, and you got it all figured out, and they do like these motivationals, like you're doing skits on Instagram, and you're gonna tell me how to live my life as if you've got it all figured out. Sorry, but it really
came from the heart.
This is a safe space.
Yeah,
this is a safe space for you, and you got to vent sometimes. And listen, I'll say this about that just to piggyback, like, coming from someone who's nearly 40 years old, and you can make fun of that in the comments and be like, what a fucking loser, this guy's 40. That's fine. I understand that angle also. If you are a grown man who has gone through life experiences such as, maybe you've lost, God forbid, you've lost one of your parents, you've been married, you've had children, you've bought a house, you've lost a house, you've been divorced, any kind of like major, if you're sitting there and you're actually going to listen to life advice from someone who's never moved out of mommy and daddy's house before, and like hasn't done any significant, I'm not talking about money they make or how many, followers they have. If you're going to take their word as gospel, perhaps you need to reevaluate your thinking. That's all I'm saying. And I don't have all the answers. Bob doesn't have all the answers. Joe doesn't. But this is supposed to be just for like, that's why it's called the Brilliantly Dumb Show, because it's just supposed to be kind of a lighthearted, like, conversation amongst friends that you could relate to. That's what this is supposed to be. So yeah, that makes me giggle also.
By the way, I just got a text from my dad, GM, which I didn't know he abbreviates good morning. FYI, they have a great spread in the exec lounge, 4th floor when you get hungry. So Mike,
I ran into Mike Berger on my way to go get coffee.
This morning
really?
again?
Sure did. Elevator. By the way, I have run into Mike now, at least Mr. Berger. I like to call him Mr. Berger. I don't like calling him
It's a big hotel. It's not like you're at a B&B.
Yeah, but the odds still, though, it's a big hotel. It's a big hotel.
I know, but it's not like you're staying at a bread and breakfast with like 10 rooms. It's like
That's
there's
what I'm
hundreds
saying.
of rooms.
Yeah,
yes, that's what I'm saying. So again, I think this is like the 4th time I've just run into him. Like, doors open to the elevator, and he's there with Jets +1. He's there with Jets +1.
They did go for coffee.
They made a coffee run to Starbucks, and I go, where'd you get that? And he goes, and I go, is that Starbucks? He goes, sure is Starbucks. Sure is Starbucks. I go, well, that's lovely. I said, but I went to a place right across the street. It was great. But Mike Berger is. Mr. Burger's something else, man. He
went to Cactus Club last night, Bob. Did he give you any feedback on the dinner last night? Because he was asking for like food recs and stuff. Nicole set him up.
Yeah, they loved it. He said it was great. I mean, they had a ball. He didn't eat enough, so he was still hungry to where they're having drinks, and he ordered shrimp.
Dude,
last night,
and he sent the shrimp back.
Oh, no.
Did he send it back, or did he just not eat it?
He sent it back.
Did he?
Yeah.
You know, he told me
an expectation that needs to be met.
He told me about the shrimp, and you know, I don't want to get too personal, but you know, Bob, your friend was there, and he's like, you know, I took one bite into the shrimp, Mikey, and you know, I didn't want the lasting image of me to be me spitting this shrimp out into a napkin. So I swallowed the shrimp, and man, is it terrible. It was terrible. And I'm just saying,
was it like a cocktail shrimp?
It was like shrimp in like a dip, like a spinach. It looked like a spinach artichoke shrimp dip, which I've never seen before.
Why would you even order that?
It looked nasty, man.
It like coagulated by the time we arrived there and got there. It was, and then he's talking to me about podiatry, like feet. And he goes, you want to know my theory on feet, Mikey? And I go, what is it, Mr. B? And he goes, they're very underrated. Everything starts from the bottom up. If one of your feet goes bad, what are you going to do? I go, you don't have to tell me. I have gout. I go, I get it. It was fascinating. It was just a fascinating random conversation with Mr. Burger.
It's nonstop. It's never.
So good. He's so good.
Oh man,
I owe him a lot. By the way, so your mom and dad brought the rings over for me. I got to get them today from them.
Yeah. So why did you end up shipping it to them again? By the way, you couldn't ship it into.
Because the shipping international could have, I could have. There was a world where they would have come late. I wouldn't have the rings for the wedding.
Right.
So shipping it to the States, yes, and they might have been seized at the border for a while. So they said, if you ship it to the States, then, you know, you could have someone bring it down for you. So initially I thought of sending it to you, Robbie, but when you suggested your parents, I thought that was probably a better alternative, just because your mom is so meticulous in everything she does that those rings were going to be. It was like giving Frodo
never a snowball's chance in hell that Bob was going to take responsibility for those rings. No fucking
giving the rings to his mom was like giving Frodo the rings in the Lord of the Rings. I knew that they were going to make. I knew they were making their way across the border one way or another, and it was never in doubt.
What an analogy that was.
By the way, Joe, do we have to give you, because I said to Bearzall, I said, do you have the rings? And he said no. He said, I thought you had the rings. I said, I don't have the. Do we have to give you the ring?
The ring bearer will get. I'm going to get the rings from your dad today, from your mom and dad today, and then I'm going to give them to Nicole, and she's going to give them to the ring bearer.
Gotcha.
So that you don't have to worry. You really don't have to do much, Bob. Your role is just to stand there, look good, and
give a speech. Gotta give a
speech. The speech he's gonna excel in that. That's in his wheelhouse. That's like
we got to see what audience engagement looks like by the time
I'm telling you right now, man. Bob and Bearzall are both going to give riveting speeches, and I'm not even concerned about it. I think it's going to be like a top tiers. I'm not trying to put pressure on Bob. I've seen him in that element before, and he's just so naturally good. I think it's going to be very, very good.
He's a terrific speaker. There's no question about that. I tell you what, he gave me a little preview of it, and I laughed right off the bat. So I think it's going to be very good. I think it's going to be very good.
Yeah, you got to hit him with the joke right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate. Yep. Very important.
That first joke has to be the most no-brainer joke that you know everybody is going to laugh at to get it, and then you take it from there.
That's correct.
All right, boys, let's go on. We have very special buy or sell that we had recorded previously. I'm sorry, not buy or sell, a top 5 that we had recorded previously that's going to come later on in the show. But in the meantime, let's head on over into our buy or sell, and we are going to start with Mikey V.
Listen, I think everybody from the last day or so could know that, like, the obvious sell for me would be airlines in general, but I feel like we've bashed on that ad nauseum. So let's just leave it at that. Yeah. Airplanes and airlines and the airports in this country, in America anyway, I don't know everywhere else, They stink. They stink. It's in disarray. The whole thing is in disarray. What's up, Bob?
I do just want to say, when you see the picture, and I'm going to have Bone or Ticket put up that picture, when you do see Mikey sitting in that seat, I really do like, that is I mean, Mikey's 6'7" or 6'6", Mikey.
6'7", yeah.
6'7". You see him in this seat, and he does to where like he almost has to fly first class. And to be honest, even the first class seat, I feel like would be pretty tight.
No, first class is good. I had not sat like back of the. See, I'll fly coach if I could get bulkhead, if I could get exit row, preferred seating. And like people think that that's some type of like, oh, it's not, man. Take a look at the picture that they throw up. I really, like, I physically can't move in this seat. It's fucking brutal.
And then
it's fucking brutal.
One more thing that I've noticed too, the seat thing that he said, the amount of people, because like, there's a lot of people that Mike has never met.
A lot
Mikey,
of people.
The amount of people that go up to Mikey and it's like, man, you're so
My dad did it. He said I made a mistake.
Oh, did he say that?
I was like, what do you mean you made a mistake? He said the first thing I said to Mikey was, wow, you're a big guy. He's like, I should never have said that. He felt really bad about it.
I'm numb to it. What do you think the first thing Bob ever said? I forget
that.
He goes, holy shit, man, or something like that. Something crazy. And
I felt terrible. I have a video of it. I said, holy shit, you're massive.
Oh, no.
I feel terrible. It's the first thing I've ever said.
Mikey, I embraced him in my arms and gave him a loving hug.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Joe made me feel 4 feet tall in his arms.
Yeah. But man, everybody that runs into him is just, man, are you tall? Are you tall? And Mikey's right in the sense of, if somebody was short, you could never say to somebody, oh my God, you're so short. But Joseph?
Well, there's a difference. So Mikey's tall and he's built like a shit brick house. If you just get like a tall, like pencil skinny dude, that makes a big difference. When you get a guy who's like, has a dominant presence.
It's true.
Like that is part of it too. Yeah, Mikey's a big guy, but you're solid.
I don't think like people would go up to like Manute Bol and be like, wow, you're so tall. Like, obviously he was like 7'5" or 7'4", whatever. But he's skinny and lanky. I just don't think anybody, but the guy in the airport, like when I boarded the plane yesterday, like there's a guy behind me and he literally, and Ticket saw the whole thing. So you could ask Ticket. The guy's walking behind me and he just goes, man, I hope I don't have to sit next to you on the plane. I'm like, hey, jerk off. I wish I didn't have to sit next to fucking anybody, you asshole. That's what I really felt like saying. But of course, I didn't even look at the guy. I just kept walking and I go, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
Ticket said he wasn't happy. Ticket said he was not happy with it. Yeah. But man, he does get it a lot. Go ahead, Michael.
Buy yourself. Buy yourself. Listen, I'm going to buy Canada. I'm gonna buy Canada. Yeah. I'm gonna say this right off the bat. Number one, the people. Now, this could be a good thing or a bad thing. The people are so friendly in Canada that it almost like, as a person from New York, New Jersey, like, we're not used to that at all. We're used to everybody hating everybody. And honestly, I'm fine with that. I'm good with it. Like, that doesn't bother me whatsoever that people are total pricks by where I live. I'm so used to it. I may be a prick myself. But people are so nice here. It's very clean. I thought the food has been excellent since I landed. Joe, just like you said, the first little place we just walked into right in the hotel, the chicken thing that I had was awesome. The food at the rehearsal dinner last night was really good. I thought it was really good. The landscape, the water, the cities, everything. I'm buying Canada, man. I'm in.
Wow.
I'm in. I mean, I would never live here, but I'm in.
I gotta buy, and it's right in line there with Mikey. I'm buying the Vancouver Chinese. I mean,
and by the way, after tonight, Bob, you'll double down on that because we are in line
the dynasty
for a doozy.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, I had it yesterday. I postmated it to the hotel from on the way back from the airport because I was so hungry. I hadn't eaten.
That is one of the more outrageous things you've ever done, ever.
You think so?
It's his new thing. When we landed in New York, We hadn't even gotten back to the hotel yet. He postmated Cat's Deli to be delivered to the hotel upon his arrival.
Yeah, but did you have a scheduled dinner that was going to happen in like 2 hours later? That's why I'm saying I have no issue, Bob, with the postmating of the food while in the car at all. But the fact that you postmated a pretty decent sized Chinese helping 2 hours prior to going out to a rehearsal dinner, to me, is wild. It's wild.
What did you get, Bob? They look like it's sweet and sour pork, and then what was the other?
Yeah, it was sweet and sour chicken, but the chicken was crispy, where it was almost like General Tso's.
Oh, that's nice.
And the vegetables they put in there, like the peppers. And then we did these like crispy noodles.
Oh, nice.
It was out of this world, to where, I mean, I've said that I'm not a huge Chinese guy. If you give me this in America, I would have Chinese 2 times a week minimum.
It would be problematic. It'd be problematic.
100%. Yeah. So Chinese food isn't good for you, right? It's not healthy.
The sodium, well, they use a lot of sodium.
MSG,
so it's like
Bob.
heavy sodium. I think they stopped MSG. I don't think that's a thing anymore. It may be. I don't know.
What's MSG?
I'm sure
it's a great question. Nobody knows. We got to move on to the show because nobody actually knows what it is.
It's high levels of salt.
It's like
something
it's like the DDT of food. It's like the DDT of food. It's been banned pretty much.
It's not, I was actually talking to Joe's brother about how, sometimes you think from other countries, like their food is definitely going to be better, where he thinks it's kind of overrated, where like that's not the case. And I said the exception is Italy. Italy, it actually is that good. But sometimes you go to countries or certain places where you just in your head think it's going to be so much better, but it's really not that much better.
Scotland.
Yeah, perfect example. Yes. Or I actually would say the Italy pizza. Pasta, I disagree with, but it's so much better. But like pizza in Italy to me is not that much better than like other pizza you could find. Everything else, pasta, everything is way better. But it's amazing that one spot could do something so much better than on a place. Like, how come America hasn't? How come the States haven't caught up to whatever Vancouver's doing? Somebody's got to defect from Vancouver and bring that there, you would think.
I don't know. Well, they actually, I said this before, there's such a high immigration of people from Hong Kong into Vancouver that they actually coined the city as like Hongcouver, because it's like there's
wait
Hongcouver, man. That's like the like the funny term that people use, but I was ridiculed before when I made the claim.
I'm not ridiculing. I just think it's funny.
The Chinese food in Vancouver is among the best in the world.
Very good. Very good.
Aside from being in mainland China, in Hong Kong or Shanghai, maybe Beijing, you go anywhere else. Maybe San Francisco is on par. Their Chinatown. If you go through the Chinatown in Vancouver, it's fucking massive, bro. It is huge. It's diverse. It's wonderful, and the food is just tremendous.
I could listen to Joe talk about like international countries all day. Mainland China. Anytime Joe says mainland before a country, you can count me in for that. It's just so good. It's so good. Can't Hongcouver, though, Joe. That is tremendous.
Tell you what, that's the name of the.
And by the way, I was the biggest skeptic of all. It took one fucking crispy Korean sesame chicken dish with pickles on it to change my mind. It was fantastic.
Tonight will be special. There's 16 people at a very, very good Chinese restaurant. I don't even know who should be doing the ordering, but there should be a plethora between dim sum and between noodles and different. Maybe we even go crazy and we do like a Peking duck. I'd
love the Peking duck.
I honestly think this is a feast that needs to be had, and it might be the only time there's gonna have everyone in one spot at one table having Chinese food in Vancouver. So balls to the wall tonight.
I do worry about to where I'd like us to get all at the same table. You do want to get a good table for that, like a prime roster. So, because it's 2 different tables, it's not all at one table. So, that I just want to throw that out there. But Joey D, go ahead.
Tables should be next to each other, no?
Yeah, but then it's not the same. Whoever you have at your table is the people you're talking to.
Get the boys and the girls all at one table. Fit Mr. B in there with Sue Burger, I feel like, and then
yeah, go from
The
there.
thing too, though, I will say, Bob, sometimes you got the long table. That's not ideal either because you can't see the other person. I'd almost want two tables in close proximity where you can kind of maneuver around or walk by or see what's going on, or you actually have a little bit of a better opportunity to mingle than if you have like the Last Supper table style where it's just one long rectangular table and you can't even hear what the person on the other end is saying.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. The food's going to be amazing. Joey D, buy or sell?
I'm selling this week. I put it up on my Twitter or X or whatever it is. I don't understand now. I understand that there is a cause for environmental friendliness and this and that, but I don't, for the life of me, understand why these now, I don't know if I think they do in the States too. You go to these stores now and you spend $150 worth of product, and then they tell you gotta buy a disposable bag for another $2.99. Listen, what happened to the days where the customer was right? Just give me the fucking bag, bro. It's like, I understand if you're going in and you're spending $3 and then you want to get a $3 bag complimentary for it. At some point, man, it's ridiculous. And now what you see is everybody's going into these stores. Like this was at Winners. It wasn't like it was at some random spot. People are bringing their own shopping bags into the Winners.
That's what you have to do now.
But you know,
I literally
ridiculous that looks.
In the trunk of our like family car, Holly keeps like these bags.
It's unbelievable, man. What happened to just you go into a store, you buy a product, and they put it in a bag and they give it to you? What if you're an old lady walking in, you're trying to buy, like I literally, Mikey, I bought all these frames. I had to buy all these picture frames for the wedding, for the registry. We're gonna have pictures of my family and Nicole's family, and I had all these frames. There's not a world where I could have carried it out. So they say, do you want a bag? Of course I want a bag.
And you know what? That's the awkward interaction is like, it's the best one. Like I go in the morning to Wawa for coffee every morning before work and get like 2 big bottles of water, maybe even like a Gatorade and the coffee. And it's like, I obviously cannot carry all this stuff. Like I obviously can't. And like, it's almost that the person working there feels so awkward because they know that you can't carry it. And it's like they're kind of just standing there like with that like dumbfounded look on their face, like they'd like to do something, but they can't because it's store policy.
Mikey, could you imagine going into a restaurant, spending $150 on dinner, and then you have leftovers and they ask you, would you like a bag to take it out?
Yeah.
What are we doing? They're giving you a take-home bag. And by the way, some of these take-home bags that the restaurants are giving you are nicer than any kind of shopping bag you're ever going to get.
And you know who's got a great to-go bag? You know who's got a great takeout bag?
Who?
Carbone.
Yeah, they do.
Carbone's got a big boy. Yeah.
Real nice bag. Real nice.
Yeah. You know who else has?
I'll give him that.
The Grill on the Alley has a nice one too, Bob.
Great bag.
That's a really nice bag. But Mikey, do you understand? Like, so people are going to come at me and be like, "This guy can't afford to spend." It's not.
No, it's the principle.
It's 100% about the principle, and the principle of the fact is, if you walked into a restaurant and you spent a decent amount of money for dinner, and then wanted to take away items, and you had like 4 or 5 different things, the idea of them saying we're going to charge you for a bag, you'd be up in an uproar. But now these department stores can do it for no reason whatsoever. So it's like there's no consistency across the board.
I think it's a good sell. I think it's a very good sell. By the way, I think it's a very good sell.
We talked about it on the Popular Sports Podcast, but that's why when Joe sat on that girl's to-go bag, the Carbone bag, that's why it was such a scene, was because the bag was such a nice. It's such a nice to-go bag that when
you sat on someone's to-go bag.
You didn't see that, Mikey, at Carbone?
Is that when we were last there?
Yeah, he sat on the girl next to him.
I accidentally nudged the bag a bit when I sat down.
You didn't.
Oh, that couple.
The girl looked at me like I just took her firstborn son.
Yeah. that's why that was such a big deal. Yeah, like,
well, listen, I'm going to say this: that table was miserable
ridiculous.
from the second we sat down.
They were bizarre. You know, their dessert, they ordered walnuts and mandarin oranges. Kick rocks, man. Who does that? They brought him a bowl of walnuts.
I didn't even know that was an available dessert.
I didn't know either. Apparently,
they had like the sweetheart table. They had like the sweetheart table.
Guy looked like he was dressed for his wedding rehearsal.
Well, you know what? Not for nothing. Carbone should move that sweetheart table away from an 8-top table, because you know if you're bringing 8 people, they're gonna be fucking rowdy. Like, don't put the 2.
The lady was side-eyeing us the whole time. Well, not side-eyeing me the whole time.
Our table. If I was on a date, I wouldn't want to be sitting next to us.
No, you wouldn't. And understandably so. Understandably
so. But they were anyway. All right, fellas, without further ado, let's head on over to the top 5. Special top 5 coming in hot today. Again, this was previously recorded for you folks here this week. Here we go. This is a very, very special top 5 here. This top 5 is brought to you by the fine folks over at Wendy's. Wendy's has new Saucy Nugs. They're the nugs you love, covered in sauce with 7 flavors to choose from. Get to your local Wendy's and try the new Saucy Nuggets now. Now, boys, really, as you can imagine, this is going to be a Wendy's top 5. So it's going to be top 5 Wendy's items. A lot of items to choose from, so you're going to dig deep. But really a special moment here when you think about the back and forth that we've had with Wendy's. I mean, people know now, you know, we are sponsored by them, but a big moment here for the show, Mike.
Yeah, I'd put this up there with like Neil Armstrong's first steps on the moon. That's why I would put it right up there.
Mikey's going to be picking first.
All right.
I'm going to be picking second, and Joey D with the 3-hole, slinging it back for the snake draft is the D-man. So let's head on over to Mikey V.
Well, guys, you know, after much thought, it really didn't take much thought at all after really going through it. There's only one decision, and it's right here. Oh, boy. We can't see it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Right there. That was a good reveal, actually.
What?
Good reveal. That is the first overall pick in the draft, is the Saucy Nugs. Give me the Saucy Nugs at 1 overall, dog. You want to talk about variety? You want to talk about choices? You want to talk about diversity? Every base is covered. Spicy lovers, non-spicy lovers, every base. Give me the Saucy Nugs at 1-1, Bob.
I was wondering if you will. Joey D has his hand up. So let's go with Joey D.
So there's not a world where he gets every single Saucy Nug. Surely he can only pick one flavor.
No way.
No, he does get to monopolize the sauce.
That's not fair at all.
Well, here's the deal. The committee,
good call, Bob.
The committee is going to have to really step in, though, on things like, now is nuggets on the table.
Oh my God, the garlic.
I'm gonna say no, Bob.
You're gonna say, okay, so he's taking nuggets fully off the table. I mean, look.
Oh my God, that is
I know.
Absolute stone cold killer, because there's so many good Saucy Nugs. He could have said honey barbecue, and I could have come back with garlic parmesan or the ghost pepper. Now he gets, you know, Mike, stop gloating. He gets every single flavor.
The sauce, dog.
He gets every single flavor.
Yeah, I mean, they brought it out as the item. I'm okay with it. I mean, yeah, it's like, you know what's amazing is that out of all the things that Wendy's have put out, a lot of times, or Wendy's or any chain, when you put out something new, it takes a while. Like, it's got to really earn its stripes for you to say that that's one of the #1 things on the board. I think it's the right pick by Mikey that they're that good to where I won't do the meal without, I won't do a Wendy's meal without some sort of Saucy Nugs, even the 6-piece, whatever, 10-piece. You got to have it.
It's a versatile item because you can just throw it on the side of something else that you're having. You know, you could go ahead and do like a Baconator combo, and it's not like gonna overpower you to the point where you can't order it because it's too much. You can easily do the extra 6 nugs. And you know, oh man, that's devastating.
That honey barbecue is so good.
If you
it's like crack.
If you had to pick just the one, like say, now I know you get all the flavors, but if you had to pick just one flavor, is that the one you're going?
Spicy honey barbecue? Yeah, spicy honey barbecue. Now the regular honey barbecue I love too, but I like a little kick, as most know. Give me the spicy honey barbecue. But they're all, I mean, they're all can't miss, but the spicy honey barbecue special, man.
Look, I'm gonna allow it. The committee might take some heat for allowing the full on nuggies to go off the board. It's big to have that monopolized. But yeah, man, I mean they really are that freaking good. I agree. Honey barbecue for me would be the go-to, Joey D, if you were to
garlic
go.
parmesan, I think.
Garlic parm's good.
Or actually the ghost pepper is really good too.
The ghost pepper is good. The ghost pepper is good.
I think people are intimidated by it
because
of the name, but when you have it, it's got a good kick, but it's not to the point where like you can't have them without enjoying it. Like it's not that bad.
I agree. So Mikey V takes down the Saucy Nugs there at 1. Number 2, I feel pretty good about. I'm gonna go. Give me the Baconator at 2 for my first in the second hole.
I think that was a lock for you, Bob.
Yeah, I think you got to throw it on there. I didn't know. I thought you were either gonna go Baconator or Nugs.
Got to go Nuggy.
That's
for me anyway.
Yeah, man, those are 2 of the best. All right, I'm gonna go with the Frosty.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right play,
I got to get on the board.
Right play.
Yeah.
Right play.
I got to get on the board. Now, that should mean I get all the Frosties.
That's correct.
Yes, Frosties are off the board.
That's correct.
Frosties are off the board.
That's a huge win for me now. And then I'm going to go next. Give me the Baconator fries.
Wow. Does that take all fries off the board now, Bob?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I don't think
okay.
Take.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
I do love the Baconator fries. I know
hate Bob
play at all. They're great. I'm gonna yeah, it's a good play, D. I'm gonna give me just the fries. I'm gonna take the regular fries.
Tell you why, I can't believe I'm getting this back-to-back combo right here, man. I cannot believe I'm getting this back-to-back combo. I'm excited about it. Give me spicy chicken sandwich.
Yep.
And then I'm backing it up with the junior bacon cheeseburger.
That's a good one.
Give me the spicy chicken and the junior bacon.
That's
excited about that, Bob. This is what food does to us. Some may say we're crazy, others passionate.
All right. Go ahead. You could lock me in for give me the Dave's double. I think you gotta take the Dave's double there. Now that will take out obviously the Dave's single and shit, but I always say the Dave's.
I was praying I'd get that.
Let me tell you, I'm not just saying this. Their regular burger is just good.
It's the best, man.
It's just really good. It's just really good. Like
it really is. The whole fresh, never frozen thing. I believe it with them. You can taste it.
Me too.
Oh boy.
This is where it's gonna get a little. It's gonna get tough now.
It's gonna get really.
I'm gonna go with the Asiago Ranch Chicken Club.
Or maybe it's not gonna get tricky for some of us. That's a poll. That's a poll, Joe.
I'm allowed to do that, yeah?
Of course.
Yeah.
All right.
What is that, Joe, for the record again? Asiago Chicken.
That's the Asiago Ranch Chicken Club.
Got it.
Great sandwich if you never tried it, Michael. I do prefer, I will be honest, if I'm ordering, I would normally go with the spicy chicken sandwich first, but this is a close second go-to for me. And then I'm going to back this up. The breakfast is criminally underrated, man. I am going to go with the honey butter chicken biscuit. I tried this the other day. I'm telling you.
Sounds wonderful.
It's excellent.
Honey butter chicken biscuit, yeah?
Yep, that is correct.
Okay. Robert?
Joe got me on to what I'm going to roll with. I thought he would take it just because he loves it. I think I'm going to roll with the chili.
Oh,
it's a good
man.
Let me get the chili.
I thought I might get that back on the last.
Joey D loves that chili, man.
It's very good, man.
Interesting, boys.
Very interesting. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. This is a play that not everybody makes, but I'm telling you, if you're feeling more on like the healthy side, this is a solid play at Wendy's. Very solid. Give me the sour cream and chive baked potato. The sour cream and chive baked potato.
Not nearly enough.
They make a nice little baked potato.
Yeah, I don't hate that, Michael.
No, it's good pull. And you get another one now too, Mike.
Yeah, you do.
I know this is where I gotta think for a second here now. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. This is if you ever had the Wendy's salad, this, in my opinion, is the best salad they got. Give me the apple pecan salad. The apple pecan salad's a nice salad, dog. Nice salad. Nice
Guys going salad with this last pick.
Well, I thought you were gonna go with the taco salad.
The taco salad, I agree, Bob. If you're ordering a salad, that's
have you ever tried the apple pecan salad though?
No.
It's Max. Really good. It's really good, man. It's really good.
I had taco salad. If I had to go salad, Bob, if I absolutely had to go
taco salad's pretty good.
Taco salad.
Right.
See, now I gotta try the taco. I've never had the taco salad, so I'd have to try the taco salad.
That is a pull.
All right. Let's go on to the next to the next one. Give me the Wendy's breakfast potato.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's exactly what I was talking about, Bob.
Yeah.
And I thought if that didn't get pulled.
Yeah, but I knew that's what you were talking about, but like I prefer the salad.
But why couldn't you pull that, Joe? I don't get it.
I have the breakfast. I have
because he has Baconator fries, so he doesn't want to stack.
Fries.
Even though that's probably his true pick, he wants to cater a little bit to the audience. He wants to make sure his list is diversified.
I didn't want to do two different style of fries. Essentially, is what you're getting. With
portfolio has to stay diversified.
Yeah.
Joe.
See, I'm a best available
BPA
player type of guy.
BPA.
Yeah,
yep. I get it.
Yeah, I really am.
I get it.
I might go breakfast again.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with
what do you only have one breakfast item? It's not like
I'm gonna go with the breakfast Baconator.
Okay. What is that? Just that's just a smaller Baconator, right?
Well, no, it's got egg in it.
Oh, it's got egg in it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the breakfast Baconator.
I gotta get my hands on one of those. Sounds mighty good.
Mikey, I'm telling you, it is tremendous.
I've had the honey butter chicken biscuit, the honey butter chicken biscuit. I think I've had, and that's delicious.
Very good. Very good.
It's one of my favorites. Okay, what do we have here?
Mikey, if you could roll off the list for us, please.
I got Saucy Nugs, spicy chicken sandwich, junior bacon cheeseburger, the sour cream and chive baked potato, and the apple pecan salad. Bob's got the Baconator, regular fries, a Dave's classic double, a chili, and Wendy's breakfast potatoes. Is that correct, Bob?
Strong list.
Joseph has the frosty Baconator fries, Asiago ranch chicken club sandwich, the honey butter chicken biscuit, and the breakfast Baconator. A lot of very long titles on Joe's choices. That was a mouthful, but that's a good list,
man. All right, well, look. Also, again, big shout out Wendy's sponsoring the show. Get your Saucy Nugs at your local Wendy's today. And then again, for the episode that heard, it would be great to have the recap of Joey D's wedding. I would really be looking forward to. I know we're filming this on a Friday. So stay tuned. That next week we'll be able to give the recap, which I know everybody's kind of looking forward to. I certainly am. But that has been another edition of the Brilliantly Dumb Show. We love you. We appreciate you. And folks, we will see you next time.